Your sense of humor is your sense of perspective. It's a choice we all have on how to deal with so much of the stuff that life throws at us all the time. I have studied this thing, humor, for years. And I have found that humor, as a matter of fact, I'm an expert on humor. And I have found that humor literally nips negative thought patterns in the bud before they blossom into emotional havoc. And here's a perfect example. Here's a perfect example on how the ability to laugh, to find the humor in a negative situation, can turn it around and lead to a very successful outcome. Follow me on this story. Years ago, I was in New York City. It was in the middle of my comedy career, and I had a rental car that kept breaking down. It was 98 degrees. The air conditioning isn't working. Sweat is pouring down my face. I'm in the world's biggest traffic jam. It seems like every New Yorker in the world is cursing at me, and I'm already a half hour late for a very important audition. I feel this snowball of negativity building up, and I'm saying, oh man, what else could possibly happen? Don't ever ask that question. Don't, because if you do, the universe will answer you. And it did. I drive up to this toll booth, and I went to pay the guy, and I realized I left my money home. I don't know what possessed me. I just looked at the guy, and I said, I'll have a couple of burgers, 2 fries, and get something for yourself there, Sparky. Now, apparently, he was new in this country. I didn't know that, and he didn't understand American humor. The guy looked at me and he said, I'm very sorry, my friend, but we do not have food here. And I said, well, then you better get it because you're holding up traffic. All of a sudden, I notice he's starting to laugh. He gets it. Now, I'm laughing too. But all the cars in back of me, they're beeping the horns going, hey, come on, move it. We got to get going. I swear to you, my newfound friend in the toll booth sticks his head out, motions to all the other cars and says, I'm very sorry, but we ran out of food. Try the next booth. By then, we were hysterical. We were high-fiving each other. We became best friends in a matter of seconds. And you want to know the coolest thing? Is that he let me go without paying. He looked at me and he says, listen to me, my friend, this toll is on me. I have to thank you because you don't understand. I am brand new in this country. And this is only my second day on the job. And believe me when I tell you, I really needed to laugh today. And I said, so did I. Here's the point, and a very important point. I drove away from that toll booth in a totally different state of mind. Totally different state of mind. And as a result, I was able to plant positive thoughts in my head, constructive ways, on how I can deal with this very important audition that I had coming up. And guess what, my friends? I had a great audition. It's a good thing I did. Led to the most important break in my comedy career. That's how I got my Showtime special. My first TV special. And that special paved the way for every other TV special that I've ever gotten. Let me ask you this question. What do you think would have happened if I would have gone into that audition in the mood that I was in before the toll booth incident? Wouldn't have had a chance. Not in the mood that I was in. Wouldn't have had a chance. And I tried everything in my power to get out of that mood, because at that point in my life I started reading all those books on positive thinking and positive affirmations, and they weren't working. There I was in this traffic jam, sweat is pouring down my face, my car's not working, New Yorkers are cursing at me, I'm late for this audition, and I'm reciting these affirmations behind the wheel of my car. My life is going just the way I want. I am in total control of this situation. I am the radiating center of love and peace. Just then someone beat the horn and I'm like, pick a number, pal! It's only when I started laughing, and I realized this years later when I reflected back on this incident, and I realized that it's only when I started laughing was I able to think positive. Now why is that? Why is it when I started laughing everything just changed? I'll tell you why. Because when you start laughing at an intense, overwhelming, negative situation like that, your brain is no longer concentrating on that negative thought. Your brain is now somewhere else. It's laughing at something ridiculous that you just did. And even if your brain does go back to that negative situation, it won't be as overwhelming as it was before. Why? Because you've calmed your nervous system down to the point where you can control the situation instead of having that situation control you. It's the best way that I know to continue, to dream, to dare, and to do. Dreams are easy, as I said. Daring is easy. It's the doing that's the tough part. You've got to equip yourself with the tools, with the secrets that you need to keep doing so you don't quit. I can't tell you how many opportunities I've blown in my life because I couldn't control my emotions. I can't tell you how many dreams passed me by because I made decisions when I was in an unhealthy state of mind. And it doesn't matter what you call it, my friends. You can call it karma, the laws of cause and effect, payback, it doesn't matter. Here's the hard fact of life. The choices you make will determine the actions you take. The actions you take will lead you to the outcome. That will determine whether it's successful or unsuccessful, positive or negative. That particular day, I got in tune with what I call my humor being. I unleashed the power of my humor being. And I know you're looking at me going, gee, what is a humor being? First of all, let me tell you this. Everyone in this room has a humor being within them. Everyone. Unfortunately, some people go their entire lives never knowing they have this power. Your humor being, my friends, is of your higher self. It is the part of you that brings out the best in you when times get tough so that you can continue doing. What your humor being can give you more than anything else is emotional stability. That's what we need today. That's what we need when we're implementing new ways and changes taking place. Emotional stability. We go through the course of our lives and we let people, situations, and circumstances to literally suck the energy right out of us because we don't know that we have the tools to turn these things around.